Good evening. I'd like to call the September 5th Planning Board meeting to order. We have four appointments for tonight's meeting. Our first one is a conditional use application filed by Shawn Girard. Not here? Okay. For 10 Garland Hill Road. And if he's not here, we'll move to the second one. Doug Foglio Jr., revision to Alden Pines Subdivision Plan. We did have a letter from Tom that's been reviewed on that. As the board saw that, that was an email dated August 9th. This is for the Alden Pines down on Federal Street. It was originally built out 5 years ago, and with an age restriction on it. And now the applicant is coming back before us to remove the age restrictions on the project. The infrastructure was built, but only one of the buildings was built. Any discussion on this?
One was built, it's not sold?
Nope.
No. So this is just a matter of taking the language out that pertains to the
I guess Natalie said that. But just if we strike number 14 out of the original language, which is the intent of this plan change is to remove all age restrictions on this project. So if we just remove condition 14 from the original application, and then you're going to have to give us an amended.
I think you
submitted
notarized the amended plan,
We haven't seen it.
Yeah, but you have to do a Mylar for them to sign.
right?
Yeah, the amended paper plans are there.
Probably the big boy. Okay.
Didn't you also have the option of filing a notarized instrument? That was one of your other options.
Okay.
You have a choice. Legally, you can record another plan signed by the board, or you can have an instrument prepared basically saying the vote of the board, let's assume the board votes in the affirmative, identifying the project and the removal of that complete condition, have it notarized right here in Town Hall, and file that.
Well,
That's an easier process.
Sebago Technics, in order not to totally delete number 14 on the plan, reworded it. We wanted to make sure that's okay. If it's okay, we'll just have a Mylar done and you guys can sign
It's
it.
on that.
Right here?
That's on the top, yes. There's two different versions, one that just took it out and then one that changed the wording.
All right. This is the pen and ink changing. The intent of this plan change is to remove all age restrictions on this project, including but not limited to the Federal Fair Housing Act, 42 USCA 3601, 3631. And the other one is just removed. The only question I got on that is, it's just removed. Doesn't stop, because the numbering is still left on there?
Usually they leave the number and then they put the
Deleted?
Yeah. Because otherwise you're going to look at it and go 14 and we got 15 through 19 after that.
Right.
So why don't we just go with the one that just got the changed wording, isn't that fine?
Natalie said to strike it, right?
Natalie recommended striking it. Sebago Technics recommended that language, but as engineers. So I mean, it's the board's preference if you feel that adequately handles it, and if that suffices for you guys. You accomplish the same thing.
We don't really care, but that's why we didn't go ahead and have a Mylar done, because it's, if you don't approve it, then it's just another $300 or $400.
Yeah.
However you want it, that's how we'll prepare it.
I thought if we just approve the motion and then leave it up to you on how you do it.
Well, I would make a motion to approve the plan, the amended plan, under the conditions that, under 14, it would say that 14 has been deleted as of the amended plan. Language on there clearly delineating that it's been deleted. No fancy language, that way we're not getting into what the Federal Fair Housing Act is or anything like this. And it's just, number 14 has been deleted. And that way, any banker looking at it for financing or something is not gonna be calling a town hall saying, oh, how come this is 55 and over, and we don't really see where it's clear that is it 55 or isn't it? So if we put down that plan that is amended and deleted,
Sometimes they
14
leave
has
the wording
been-
in there, put a line through it and say deleted by vote of board on.
amended, and that's fine too. It's something that is crossing that out and makes it clear that it's deleted, and just that is being deleted and changed.
I'll second that.
Because I think the wording, or a motion in a second for discussion. I think the wording that Sebago has got on it leads to confusion because it says the intent of the plan change is to remove all age restrictions. Well, if there's no other reference to age restrictions, aren't you going to start looking for the age restrictions
I
on
like
that?
Andy's suggestion.
Yeah.
That's just clean and simple.
Just,
Yeah,
It doesn't matter to you guys, so that's just.
doesn't matter to us, so
Yeah.
long as, you know, it doesn't create any heartburn in the future. As long as, you know, we get the age restriction removed, we're
Yeah.
happy.
all right, we have a motion discussion. Vote on this. All those in favor? So be carried.
So if I drop a Mylar off and just leave it with you, we'll get signature at the next meeting?
Yeah, for the next meeting, yeah.
By the next, or as we want to.
At the
approve,
next
yeah.
meeting?
Huh?
At the next meeting, yeah, by the next meeting, yes.
All right.
All right, thanks, Doug. Next, we have an informational meeting with Jeff.
Gotta introduce our new member.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've been in New Hampshire so long, the manager's doing it, though.
Yeah, Dwayne, I don't actually know your last name. Prescott. My mistake, Dwayne Prescott is our newest board member. First night on the board tonight. Filling one of our 2 vacant seats. So welcome.
Thanks for applying.
Some good Wednesday
It's getting
fun.
kind of tight there.
Some good Wednesday fun to follow. All right, Jeff Rankin and Nate Goodwin, we have an informational meeting. This is for a project between Cornerstone Market Complex and Brookfield Place, where the timber was cut out. If you guys want to just cover us what you're proposing and,
I'm Jeff Sidney.
okay?
You probably already have it, it's 1029 Main Street. We want to put up a repair shop. There's an existing building on the land, the property now. We would like to make it some sort of rental income. The only thing we're questioning is if there's a subdivision. We've heard rumors of possible subdivision, being necessary through our financing. If it came down to that, it would mean that there's an income property. It would have to be completely financed differently, and it comes down to money, honestly, because they would require, say, 20% down as opposed to 10. So we're just, kind of probe and see how you feel about that.
I think,
Yeah, this is the same issue we talked about with
Victor.
Victor's
Yeah.
building. And the ordinance seems to stress that really there should be just one principal structure on a lot. I'm not sure that that's always been the past practice, but I think
Did we actually, when the heritage plan, did he actually create 2 lots, or did you just have to show what the proposed would be?
I think he actually created it.
I don't know that for a fact.
Yeah, I thought he had to show where
There's a plan.
I thought it had to show where it would split in the event.
That would still be,
Proposed property line for lot division. So they didn't actually split it out.
so they have 2 uses on one lot then?
Yeah, because they had a rental income and a business. And he just had to show if it ever had to split.
At the moment, it looks like it may not be split.
It was supposed to be split, though. It was agreed that it was gonna be split.
And that's what the ordinance says, it's supposed to be
Yeah.
one use.
Well, the drawing that we have for approval just says proposed.
That's all we're looking to find out, is if it needs to be subdivided, it completely changes the loan structure.
Yeah,
that we
I
have.
understand that.
Now, what I was considering and pondering was that a lot of ordinances in many other towns will allow you to have the two principal structures in the same lot as long as there's sufficient frontage in the lot area so that you could split it in the event that you wish to.
Yeah. I thought when we did the site walk with Victor, or at least the way I understood when I asked him was, he had to show that there was sufficient area, if that got broken off.
To meet all the setbacks.
Yeah. But you remember it is different?
I remember it as being different, is that he agreed to split it.
Okay.
That's what the ordinance says.
In that case, we get the drawings wrong.
So you're thinking of renting out that house, or using
We're
it
not
yourself?
sure which, it may be a commercial rental. We just don't know. Does the ordinance state that no matter what, two separate buildings has to have two separate property lines?
But if they were related to the same business, would they have to be separated, almost like an outbuilding? You know, if one building was the office and the other one was a workshop, would they still have to be split?
Then it would, one would be an accessory building to the other principal structure. In this case,
It's
you'd have,
almost-
two principal structures, two principal uses. Because
Well, that's part of that was considered as an office, and they also happened to rent it out.
Excuse me.
Not to split here, but, it's,
according to how the board wants to.
It's a 7.5 acre parcel, so I mean, there's
There's all kinds of land.
tons of land. I mean, it's not an issue of the building not having sufficient space.
It sounds like it could be a deal breaker for these guys.
It is a deal breaker for us. That's the problem. I mean, if we have to subdivide it, the bank won't go for it.
Yeah.
Because it's a 504 loan, it's like a first-time home buyer's loan. So it is, I mean, what we're basically checking, there is enough land there to subdivide it eventually down the road, separate the house off from
There
that.
should be enough frontage too.
I mean, between the front edge and the setbacks and everything there.
It's
it's-
800 feet of frontage, or
Right.
500 feet of frontage.
So if I understand this correctly, you would actually live in the house.
No. Either one of us actually would live in the house.
So this is gonna be, it's not gonna be commercial loan, which you're not gonna.
It is a commercial
It's gonna
loan.
be a commercial
It
loan.
is a commercial loan. It's actually, it's SBA based. So, they require a certain percentage down. If you were to change the whole structure, it's gonna be, say, 20% instead of 10%. You know what I mean? So it's, like you said, it becomes a deal breaker at this point, at that point.
they were.
Is the house too valuable to demolish?
I would say yes.
I
For
just-
one reason or
I
another,
don't
like I said,
know.
whether it's we use it for a commercial purpose or not. I mean, it's a solid structure, it's
Yeah,
not.
it's not some shack, so
Yeah, exactly.
You're right.
Right?
I'm not familiar with
Why do we say that?
I mean, it's been lived in
It's in
until
here.
a couple
Oh,
months
really?
ago.
Yeah.
So it's not like an abandoned house?
No.
I mean, Frank's got a good point.
If you guys were living in the house as part of the business today, it's no problem. We pass it in.
It would.
And what they do tomorrow is no different than what we do with
Except that we're on
cisterns or
public
fire
record.
hydrants or
Except that
anything.
we're on public record saying that.
Well, yeah,
But, it's an interesting, it's like, there's no way to capture that,
Yeah.
No,
I don't know if there's any way to enforce it either.
you guys mentioned about, if it's tied into the other business, so we plan on putting a repair shop up, say it has an attached garage, if that's storage, is that considered part of it? Whether we use the rest of the building?
I think
for-
we're really splitting hairs on it.
Yeah, I mean,
I think you see where we're going.
yeah.
It's all going to, the same business entity is going to own, no matter whether it was 2 lots or 1 lot, the same business company, whatever you guys are going to own both of them anyways. So it doesn't, I guess, from my point of view, it's one owner. I think you just need, I'm looking at Victor's thing where it just says proposed. I think you have to have on, my gut would be, you have to show that there's sufficient area for that house to stand on its own. I mean, but we need to get that.
Well, what does it say in the ordinance? What's the clear language in the ordinance?
There's
What do we know?
two uses on the same lot.
It says, with the exception of multifamily housing clustered or planned unit developments, an individual lot shall have only one principal structure and accompanying accessory structures upon it.
So it's pretty clear.
Accessory structure.
Do we have the right to waive that or make an exception to that?
I don't think the planning board does, correct?
It's always been pretty solid to me. I mean, it
What's the
comes up a lot.
Tom?
The board doesn't have the ability to waive it, but the applicant has the ability to inform the board that it would be an accessory structure to the primary business. And that
Okay.
would make it A-OK to proceed ahead. So if your intent was to proceed while building this building and processing your loan as an accessory structure, it would be, meet all the tests of the ordinance.
Well said, Tom.
I know. I mean, there's an applicant that we approved up on Route 5 that has a standalone welding shop on his property, and his house is right there. I mean, he's got a totally separate business, but because it's a home occupied business, we allow it. So, I guess that's
But I
my.
guess if you look around town, I can think of quite a few places where they have that kind of situation.
Yeah.
Where they've got their residence
Isn't it just
And
an
a business
outbuilding then?
right next to it.
An accessory structure.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I can think of a couple of another repair shop in town that has a home
I think of one that just moved up here, that's the same thing.
way behind.
ATV.
Across the street from that property, Chuck Thornton has a house, and then he had because I own that property, and my folks were great friends of Chuck Thornton for many, many years. And he has a shop there that they used to, I think they made pull behind trailers and did all kinds of machine shop work there. I guess you'd call that a home business.
They might have been grandfathered too.
Yeah, that was probably pre,
I mean, he doesn't operate that anymore.
yeah.
Property across the street that has the,
It's all dark brown.
and then the daycare was on the same lot.
Daycare isn't it towards Brookfield?
That's further up, yeah, that's,
Are they on the same lot?
No.
I'm not even sure about that. Yeah.
I really thought the way Tom phrased it, we're all nodding and.
Yeah, I thought that, if the applicants were to submit it in a certain language, a
Yes.
certain way, we could as a board say it doesn't have to be separated.
Yep.
On the other hand, if you come to us, presenting it to us in a different manner or a different light, we're gonna have to say you need to divide the lot. So if the application is prepared correctly,
Okay.
there'd be other issues with the ordinance itself. I mean, that you would have to make sure that you can cover the other parts of the ordinance, public hearing and all these type of things that would go along with that.
Okay, so as long as it's an accessory to the
This
business.
is not by any means meaning that we're approving what you want to do. but
right.
It's putting you on the right path.
I guess if the name of your business was auto repair and house rental, it's covered under one.
Oh, you don't mind. I like Tom's suggestion, I think this.
You probably never sell a
that
car,
word
but-
is okay.
All right. So
Time.
I guess you're sort of threading through, but unfortunately can't give you a clearer
But
answer.
I think I'd get with Tom and get that exact wording and
Yep. We took that down, I think.
good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Andy, you got to sign, well, we're supposed to sign the heritage plan, site plan, but we need to clarify that, whether that lot was split out, or just, it's a proposed lot, because the drawing says proposed. So, I guess there's no sense moving.
I thought the same thing, Andy, was going to split out.
Yeah.
So that needs to be taken, the proposed out, and just shows the two.
Yeah, so we need, before, we got to sign the final, so we'll change that. And I think we should add on to, our work stuff, besides cisterns, clarification on that dual use.
Okay?
I think that's,
I like
this is the
that.
second, even the first applicant that was here, theirs has got the exact same thing on that, you know, that the building's not gonna be, they're not gonna live in the building.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's gonna come up again and again, and it's, I mean, I think it's something we put on the list, and we just,
And it's sad to stop small businesses from coming in and doing these kind of things.
yeah, I mean, if
Let's
you
do
can get
that
somebody to
right.
rent that pays your mortgage, why would you,
Yeah.
I don't know, your chance of success is much better that way. And it's not detracting from anything in the town, it's creating a hazard or anything like that, so.
Was Shawn Girard a no-show, or did they reschedule?
I haven't been contacted.
No.
Phones are down now. Phones are down now.
Yeah.
The phones are down.
That concludes our appointments. We have no other previous minutes. No reports from officers except for welcome Dwayne, and I will get your last name right. The growth management ordinance was approved. Is that what?
The performance bond.
Performance bond was
Performance bond was
approved.
approved
Yeah.
last January.
We still need to work on, we still need to get a final out. Andy sent out some proposals to that.
Management ordinance.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we all looked at it. I think we were supposed to have a workshop on that.
Workshop at the end of this meeting.
And all I tried to do was just try to get it so we had a document that we could at least go on.
Work off of. And Frank's favorite, we got cisterns on here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if we do anymore.
I don't
We
see
probably ought to look at writing a cistern ordinance from here forward, but nothing to do with the stuff backwards, so.
I guess my question is, why are we writing it? Why isn't the fire department proposing it?
Maybe because it's tied in with subdivisions all the time.
I suspect when we get involved in writing in a cistern ordinance to go from now forward, that we ought to have the fire department involved in it.
Are they even going to want cisterns?
No, and if you do it by the national standard from everything I've looked on, nobody will be able to afford a cistern in this town anyway.
Yeah.
And the minimums I found was like 30,000 gallons, you know.
So maybe it's something we ought to discuss at a workshop and figure out, you know,
Yeah.
if we can pursue it, what our options are,
Yeah.
and have the fire chief at that workshop.
Yeah.
Tina's researching the stuff from in the past, and that's an entirely different issue. That's going to take a good lawyer as far as I can see. No, nothing to do with us.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You are researching that. We have no other communications, miscellaneous new business. Following adjournment of this, we're going to have a workshop to discuss the growth management ordinance. Coming up September 10th, we have the 2020 Master Planning Committee at the fire station. September 13th is the public hearing for the ZBA, and our next meeting will be September 19th. So,
We've got we had a executive session that we canceled that we're gonna turn into a workshop, so we should be scheduling that executive session so we can get some of these issues resolved on communication,
yeah.
and the workshop on the growth management, so that we don't drop the ball on that.
Growth management's this tonight.
Right.
We're doing it tonight?
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
good, okay.
Um,
We have to get a workshop going on
Because you may have the only copy
Communication.
of that, all your changes.
Planning
Well, I brought
board,
it in just in case.
next on the 19th, what do we have scheduled for that?
We have 2 relocations of structures in the shoreline zone.
And then assuming that Shawn Girard is going to be there. Okay. We could just schedule it for after that.
Okay.
Go through in that way.
Okay.
We move that through. All right. I'll hear a motion to adjourn so we can go to a workshop.
We'll make that motion.
Is there a second? Dwayne seconds. All those in favor? So be it.